Om Sarvadharmasthapakatvam Sarvadharmaswarupakaha Acharyanam Mahacharyo Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. Establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Sri Ramakrishna had enjoyed that religious, spiritual festivities organized by his wonderful disciple from Dhaka at the Dakshineshwar temple garden, and wonderful talk post festivities, all the devotees sitting in his room, and even the musician had joined, musician who had come there to give his musical performance, devotional singing and all those things. And in fact, Sri Ramakrishna praised the musician that you sing so well. There is a very special manifestation of God in you. In fact, Sri Ramakrishna said, God manifests, these are the privileged people through whom the Lord manifests, the artists, the musicians, the writers, the dramatists. So Sri Ramakrishna had great regard for all these artists, and he always appreciated their special development of the artistic talents. Then Sri Ramakrishna also told a lot, although the teaching was content-wise small, the quality-wise it was exemplary. The teaching for the householders, that the householder remaining egoless, without any egoistic tendency, without any vanity, should get into the mode of bhakti, should get into the mode of devotion in chanting and repeating the name. The Lord may lessen the worldly duties of such devotees, of such spiritual aspirants, of such sadhakas, but they should never give up their spiritual duties. And what are the duties that these sadhakas they are supposed to do? Chanting the name of God, singing the glories of the God, satsang, getting into solitude and meditating on the Lord, and developing that attitude of Lord is the master, I am thy servant. Lord is the mother, I am her child. Take this attitude and continue with your spiritual disciplines, and whichever discipline, whichever path you may choose, Sri Ramakrishna says, all the paths, the jnana, the bhakti, the karma, the yoga, they all lead to the same goal. And again he had given that example, whether you climb the roof by stairs or you put a rope with a hook and climb the rope, still you can reach the stairs. Or if you are a high vault athlete, you can use that pole to clear off the distance between the ground and the roof and reach the roof. So all these different paths are available for the devotees to reach the roof. Whichever route you take, be sincere to it, be honest to it, and without egoism, without vanity, follow that path, you will reach the goal. And then Sri Ramakrishna, towards the end, he had told that there is nothing wrong in any of the path. Only thing is, you should be true to the path. So all these paths, Sri Ramakrishna says, they call on one person only. They reach the one goal only. God is one, but his names are many. So that was the talk Sri Ram and the teaching Sri Ramakrishna gave to us on that wonderful day of 13th August 1882. Now another 11 days have passed. It is 24th August 1882. Sri M has again come to Dakshineshwar, and Sri Ramakrishna is talking to him. Now Sri Ramakrishna continues his teachings, although there may be major gap, but he talks in the same on the same content. Sri Ramakrishna is now talking to Sri M, And he says, a little spiritual discipline is necessary in order to know what lies within. He says God lies within. And incidentally, he was talking to Sri M about his visit to Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar a few days back. And he says he is praising Ishwar Chandra. He says he is such a wonderful man. But, Sri Ramakrishna says, but he doesn't know what lies within. There is God lying within him. He is doing such a wonderful job. He has got such a large heart. He is helping people. He is doing so much good for the society. He is teaching people. But he doesn't know what lies within him. So Sri Ramakrishna says that the spiritual aspirant, the sadhaka, should make effort to know what lies within. And once realized what lies within, that is the end of the sadhana. Then the mother and her newly born baby, that's it, no more other duties to be performed. A little spiritual discipline is necessary in order to know what lies within. Now, M has a doubt. Like Arjuna always has some doubts over Sri Krishna's teachings. So here, the Arjuna of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri M, he asks a question. Is it necessary to practice discipline all through life? Now, he's worried. The Guru is telling, perform disciplines. Do it. He's advancing in age, although not that very old. He says, I need to perform all the disciplines throughout my life? Then Sri Ramakrishna says, no. It is not necessary to perform all throughout the life. But one must be up and doing in the beginning. When you are just starting your spiritual journey, maybe at the age of 20, maybe at the age of 30 or 40 or 50 or even 60, you must be very attentive. You must be very persuasive about it, persevering about it, and do it honestly, wholeheartedly. You don't skip the spiritual disciplines then, the moment you start the journey. Sri Ramakrishna says, once you are onto the journey, then you do not do work that hard. Once you have crossed some distance, once you have crossed the initial obstacles, then you need not work so hard to knowing what lies within. Then Sri Ramakrishna gives a beautiful example. Now, the example is that of a helmsman of a boat. Now, he is steering his boat. He is maneuvering his boat through rough waters. Sri Ramakrishna says, helmsman stands up and clutches the rudder firmly as long as the boat is passing through waves, through storms, through high wind, through high tides, or around the curves of the river. When there are such obstacles on the path, the helmsman will have to hold the rudder very firmly and guide the boat accordingly, according to those obstacles. High wind, the high tides, then the rough bends, and all these obstacles. When the obstacles are there, the helmsman has to be on his total guard. But he relaxes after steering through them. After steering through these obstacles, then the helmsman is at ease. Then what he does, once all these obstacles have passed, the obstacles of waves, storms and high winds and high tides and the curves and the bends, then he will just sit there and just hold the rudder, just touch it to make sure that the boat is going the right direction. It is not going left or right. He will just hold the rudder, that's it. And then when all the obstacles are gone, he sits comfortably and just gets ready for the smoke. Now, then leisurely he will prepare a hookah. When all the obstacles are gone, then he will even unfurl the sails and sit quietly, prepare a hookah, and then enjoy the smoke. Then no more holding the rudder that in a fixed position. No more maneuvering the boat through those high tides. It is all relax, calm, peace. Likewise, Sri Ramakrishna says, likewise, the aspirant enjoys peace and calm after passing through the storms and waves. What are the storms and waves on this spiritual path? Sri Ramakrishna says only two storms and waves are there on this spiritual path: the woman and gold, Kam Kanchan, the lust and greed. These are the only two things which deviate even the greatest of the sadhakas. Lust and greed. Greed may be for name and fame. Greed may be for monetary gains. So these are the storms that Sri Ramakrishna always cautions the householders about, cautions the spiritual aspirants about, the lust and greed. Once these storms are calmed down, once these storms are taken care of, no more to be disturbed by the storm, then the spiritual aspirant gets real peace, real calm, real relaxation then begins. Then Sri Ramakrishna says that some are born with the characteristic of the yogi, but they too should be careful. Sri Ramakrishna says these two, the lust and greed, they are such obnoxious storms. They can catch you at any moment. They can appear before you any moment. You have to be spiritually strong. You have to be mentally strong. You have to be physically strong to avoid their contact. That is when, Sri Ramakrishna says, that is the thing where we need to dissociate our senses with the sense objects. Once we get mastery over dissociating senses with the sense objects, then these storms and waves of lust and greed, they can no more harm us. It is the woman and gold alone that is the obstacle. It makes them deviate from the path of yoga. This even the great yogis, Sri Ramakrishna says. The obstacles of lust and greed even can deviate the yogis from their path and drags them into the worldliness. And that is the most bad. So Sri Ramakrishna always cautions his devotees that you should be very, very cautious about the lust and greed. Perhaps these yogis, they have some desire to enjoy and therefore they get trapped again in that net of lust and greed. But possibly after fulfilling their desires, they can again come out of it. But they have to be always cautious about these two obstacles. So this is the great teaching that Sri Ramakrishna has given to them, and this teaching is going to continue further with several examples, several stories of maintaining the spiritual disciplines by the spiritual aspirants. The disciplines of japa, the disciplines of meditation, the disciplines of chanting the name, of singing the glories of the Lord, getting into the solitude and meditating, contemplating on the greatness of the Lord, and then attend to the state. Realize what lies within. Today's emphasis of Sri Ramakrishna's teaching has been that the spiritual aspirant, the sadhaka, should try to know what lies within. And that is what he was referring about this particular task for the spiritual aspirant, telling him about the greatness of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and how he wanted Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar to know what lies within. He says he's still away from that stage. He's doing good, wonderful. He's such a wonderful person. He's a great, a benefactor of the society. But he needs to know what lies within. And then Sri Ramakrishna also gave us the way how we can know, we as the spiritual aspirants, we as the sadhakas, we as traders on the path of devotion, how we can make an effort to know what lies within. But we have to be very careful during the initial phases of this journey. Even during the course of this journey, Time and again, Sri Ramakrishna cautions us, beware of Kama Kanchana, beware of lust and gold. These two things can pull even a great yogi down to the depths of worldliness. So that was Sri Ramakrishna's teaching through that example of the helmsman, about steering the boat and the holding the rudder. And then when all the obstacles are gone, when all the storms are gone, then one can relax peacefully and enjoy the smoke. That is our teaching from Sri Ramakrishna for the day. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.